See how these iconic female singers have transformed through the decades. Some faces barely change, while others are simply unrecognizable. You won't believe your eyes at the last one. Ann Wilson, the powerhouse voice behind Heart, dominated the 70s rock scene with aggressive hits like Barracuda. While critics often focused on her weight battles, the real drama peaked when a family assault incident in 2016 momentarily fractured the band. Today, she still commands the stage with that legendary wail, recently releasing Another Door as a solo force. Joan Jett blasted through the male-dominated rock scene with I Love Rock and Roll, defining rebelliousness. After 23 record labels rejected her, she famously sold albums out of her car trunk to survive. Currently, she remains a relentless road warrior, touring stadiums with Def Leppard and advocating fiercely for animal rights. Dionne Warwick became the sophisticated voice of Burt Bacharach's compositions, scoring 56 chart hits. Though she faced bankruptcy in the 90s, despite massive Psychic Friends network earnings, she reinvented herself unexpectedly as the queen of Twitter. Now, she continues to perform live, proving her sharp wit and vocals haven't faded. Lulu exploded onto the scene with her shouty cover of Shout and the transatlantic smash To Sir With Love. Her high-profile marriage to Bee Maurice Gibb ended due to his heavy drinking, fueling tabloid frenzy. In 2024, she announced her final tour, preparing to step away from the spotlight after 6 decades. Susie. Quattro broke barriers as the first female bass player to become a major rock star, famously influencing the Runaways. Best known for Can the Can and her stint on Happy Days, she paved the way for women in leather. Today, she lives in England, still recording hard rock albums and hosting BBC radio shows. Brenda Lee, known as Little Miss Dynamite, stood only 4 feet 9 inches, but outsold almost everyone in the 60s except Elvis and the Beatles. Her holiday classic Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree finally hit #1 on the charts 65 years after its release. She remains a Nashville legend, occasionally appearing at country music events. Tina Turner redefined resilience, transforming from a victim of Ike Turner's brutal abuse into the global queen of rock and roll. Escaping with only 36 cents and a mobile card, she staged history's greatest comeback with Private Dancer. She retired to Switzerland, living quietly until passing away in 2023, leaving an unmatched legacy. Joni Mitchell painted the emotional landscape of the 70s with her masterpiece Blue, influencing generations of songwriters. After suffering a debilitating brain aneurysm in 2015 that stole her ability to speak and play, she miraculously relearned everything. She recently stunned the world with a surprise live set at the Newport Folk Festival. Tammy Wynette earned the title First Lady of Country Music with the polarizing anthem Stand By Your Man. Her life was a whirlwind of 5 marriages, severe painkiller addiction, and a bizarre, alleged abduction incident in the late 70s. Plagued by health issues, she continued performing until her death in 1998. Barbra Streisand conquered Broadway, film, and music, becoming one of the few EGOT winners in history. However, a traumatic moment of forgetting lyrics in Central Park caused her to avoid live concerts for 27 years due to crippling stage fright. Today, she focuses on philanthropy and recently released her sprawling 900-page memoir. Roberta Flack made history as the first artist to win Record of the Year in 2 consecutive years, with hits like Killing Me Softly. Tragically, in 2022, she announced her diagnosis of ALS, a disease that has permanently silenced her singing voice. She now communicates through representatives, her musical legacy firmly sealed. Kate Bush fascinated the world with her literary lyrics and theatrical vocals on Wuthering Heights. Known for intense privacy, she vanished from the public eye for decades, refusing to tour. In 2022, Stranger Things propelled Running Up That Hill back to #1, earning her millions while she remained secluded in her English home. Sandy Shaw, the barefoot princess of the swinging 60s, became the first British act to win Eurovision with Puppet on a String. Ironically, she despised the song that made her famous, feeling it ruined her credibility. She eventually walked away from fame entirely to work as a psychotherapist, retiring permanently from music in 2013. Patsy Cline possessed one of the most emotionally rich voices in country music, crossing over with the timeless hit Crazy. After surviving a horrific car crash that left her with visible forehead scars, she reportedly told friends she felt a sense of impending doom. Her premonitions proved tragic when she died in a plane crash in 1963. Emmylou Harris started as the harmonizing muse for Graham Parsons before building a massive solo career with her distinctive cosmic American music. Known for her striking silver hair since her 30s, she has collaborated on records with nearly every major artist, from Dylan to Parton. She remains a touring force and an advocate for animal rescue. Stevie Nicks became the bewitching face of Fleetwood Mac, turning personal heartbreak into gold with Dreams. Her 80s success was marred by a severe Klonopin addiction that she claims stole 8 years of her life, far worse than her cocaine use. Today, she fills stadiums solo, still twirling in her signature chiffon. Cilla Black rose from the Beatles' inner circle in Liverpool to top the charts with Anyone Who Had a Heart. She later pivoted, dominating British television as the highest-paid female host on Blind Date for nearly 2 decades. After a fall at her Spanish villa, she passed away in 2015. Pat Benatar used her classical opera training to belt out gritty rock anthems like Heartbreaker, dominating early MTV. Recently, she made headlines by refusing to perform her biggest hit, Hit Me With Your Best Shot, out of respect for gun violence victims. She continues to tour alongside her husband and guitarist, Neil Giraldo. Carly Simon defined the singer-songwriter era with You're So Vain, sparking a 50-year mystery regarding the subject's identity. Beyond the gossip, she battled intense stage fright that often led her to perform physically painful self-pinching to distract herself. Having survived breast cancer, she now lives a quiet life on Martha's Vineyard, rarely performing. Maria Muldaur is forever linked to the sultry, camel-walking hit Midnight at the Oasis, which reached #6 in 1974. Though often labeled a one-hit wonder, she dived deep into blues and gospel, following a spiritual awakening. She continues to record prolific jazz albums, earning a Grammy nomination as recently as 2018